Everybody, back again here on a Monday. It's Falcons Daily. I am CG, Craig Green, your host. Thanks again for checking us out. And I hope everybody had a good holiday weekend. Whether you celebrate or you don't celebrate, that's all up to you. But hopefully everybody had a safe, fun, relaxing holiday weekend. And now let's get back to the grind here on this Monday morning. I'm in my bag right now, y'all. I've been looking at the free agent ticker and I'm like looking around and I'm like, how are some of these guys not on NFL teams right now? First guy I thought about, I was like, wait a minute, I wonder what Von Miller's doing. And I went to look and Von Miller is unsigned. He is a free agent. And I'm thinking in my mind, like, is there any possibility that the Falcons could take a stab at Von Miller? I don't see why you wouldn't. I mean, I will say this. He is 36 years old. He is going to be turning 37 at the end of the 2025-2026 season. Basically, he'll be turning 37 at the beginning of the league year next year. But, I mean, we're talking about a two-time Super Bowl champion, the MVP of Super Bowl 50. We're talking about an 8-time Pro Bowler, a 3-time All-Pro. Again, a defensive rookie of the year when he came into the league in 2011. And we were talking about a walking gold jacket right now, a living legend. I don't understand how you wouldn't want to bring him in. I mean, he's been in Buffalo the last 3 seasons. And in those last 3 seasons, he's had 14 sacks for the Buffalo Bills, playing in right around 35 or so games for them. Last couple of years, he was more of a reserved role. Still produced 6 sacks last season for the Buffalo Bills. Again, at 35 years old. Why not take a stab at this guy? Bring him in. What's it going to hurt? I understand if he may want to command a big salary, and the Falcons couldn't, deal with that. But the other thing I do understand is that pass rush is one of our biggest weaknesses. And until I see Jalen Walker, James Pierce, Leonard Floyd, Anyamata, Ruka Rororo, Ebiketie. As soon as I see these guys, the minute I start seeing them producing sacks on the field, then I'll feel a lot better about where we're going with the pass rush. But why not take a stab at Von Miller if you can afford him and if he's willing to make the trip down south? I would love to see him rocking an ATL number 40 or 58. I don't know if he'll get 58, but again, still, why not bring him in and, kick the tires, as I've been saying, on some of these guys. But Von Miller, why not? Again, a living legend, a walking Hall of Famer. Gotta at least give him a call and see if he's interested, if they haven't done it already. Next on my mind here is really something that came from the mind of our friend Dave Joseph, 1457. He wanted to talk about the Falcons' defensive line, specifically Brandon Dorlus, Morgan Fox, and Zach Harrison are names that he mentioned. And let's just go back to Dave's comment here. He asked if Dorlus is going to be a starter over Morgan Fox, and could we see Zach Harrison move to the inside? And and he thought he did a pretty good job against the run last year. I think, for all intents and purposes, I think Zach Harrison is going to be an edge setter. And the number one reason why is because he does have the frame for your prototypical 4-3 pass rusher. The second reason why is because it came out of the mouth of Nate Ollie, the defensive line coach. He wants to have Zach and guys like that setting the edge to help quell the run and stop the run. But bigger roles are definitely going to happen for Brandon Dorlus. That should be something that we should expect to see coming up this season. We should also expect to see Morgan Fox, who's a new face on the team, get his chances as well. So I think the Falcons are a little deeper than they were last year at the defensive line, even with us losing Grady Jarrett, Eddie Goldman, James Smith-Williams. Only one of those guys, Grady, was a major contributor to the Falcons' defensive line. So again, we'll see how it all shakes out. But I feel like right now, you've got David Onyemata starting. You'll have a combination of Zach Harrison, TQ Graham, and Contavious Street also in that role. And Morgan Fox, we'll see. I mean, not only him, but Dorless and Rook, Laquel London, these guys have to earn it here in training camp. So, again, time will tell when it comes to that. But one thing that's for certain is that the defensive line is going to have some more energy, some more spunk to it. And, you want to have that energy and play with it and keep it for the entirety of the game, the entirety of the practice, whatever it may be. And Nate Ollie is our defensive line coach, is one of those guys who's a high energy type of person. They said he's basically someone you hear before you see him. He's pretty loud, he's boisterous, and he's an excitable person. Also someone with some familiarity with Jeff Ulbrich. They worked together with the Jets a few years ago. But speaking of that high energy, you got an interesting tidbit here from Ruka Rororo about Nate Ollie. And he said about Nate Ollie, he said, as a D-line, you want a high energy coach because the D-line is a high energy position. He went on a little bit more about that, but he did basically say, basically if he's bringing the energy, it's going to be infectious, and the Falcons are going to be able to feed off of that energy. And hopefully it turns into some sacks for us because, again, we've been the worst in the league over the last 7-ish years at getting to the quarterback and bringing him to the ground. Not sure what makes it so difficult, but if I see another scramble for 7 or 8 yards by a pocket passer, that we can't bring down on the third down, that we get burned on a third down, don't know if I'm going to scream or pull my hair out, but it'll probably be the former because I like my hair. So let's hope that their defensive line can get it together and get out of the basement of sacks, get somewhere maybe in the middle of the league. And also we need to force some more turnovers as well. But it's going to start with that defensive line push. Jesse Bates was ranked number 92 in the league on the NFL Top 100. Last year, Jesse had a much lower ranking. He was in the 70s last year. Last season, he ranked... I think it was 78, if I'm not mistaken. I don't have the number right there in front of me. But again, he was number 92 this year, had 100 tackles, 62 solo, 4 interceptions, 4 forced fumbles. Also had a sack, a pick six, recovered a fumble. So he had a really good season. And I think it's also very possible that Falcons' success was held against him. Last year, again, Jesse Bates ranked number 74 in the league by his peers. This year, they don't see him as good. But again, I think it's more of a punishment because the Falcons couldn't get it together defensively. I mean, Bates had a hard time making some tackles too, but, we talk about national respect for the Falcons and their players, primetime games, things like that, getting national attention. And, we're getting it a little bit, but I do think that this is kind of more of like a backhanded compliment to JB3 than actually what his worth is. Because outside of Atlanta, when you're an outsider looking at it, you don't know exactly what he brings to the team. You don't know the impact that he has day in and day out. I mean, Jesse Bates basically turned this defense around. I'm so glad he's a Falcon. So, number 92 to the rest of the NFL, but he's number 1 in our heart, of course. Falcons family, I need you guys to continue to rise up and sound off in the comments section. Y'all have been doing a fantastic job reaching out and chopping it up and giving us some things to chew on here. Again, we've got a little over 2 weeks until training camp begins. It starts on July 24th. Here we are, July 7th. We're still, again, about 17 or so days away from everything kicking off. So give me everything you got. Let's chop it up, y'all. What's good, Falcons family? Talk to me. Tell me what's on your mind. We'll put it on the show. And while you're there and putting your comment in, please make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. We are getting so close to 1,000 subscribers. And, again, thank all of y'all for your time, patience, your energy, your attention, and giving me your ears and your eyes here for this, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 minutes that we talk every single day. So thanks again to all of y'all for that. Real quick, please give Fanarchco a follow up here in the top corner, FANARCHCO, and you can find me at Craig G Sports, CRAIG, the letter G, and the word sports. And we'll be back on Tuesday to chop it up with y'all again. Sayonara and buenos noches.